whatever.
Yeah, we're just gonna find it. Oh, look, we're in a shot.
Oh, hello,
Okay.
hi.
So-
Okay, Courtney.
Now, why don't you just go ahead and describe exactly what you're doing and why you're doing it?
Why I'm gonna make you a blonde?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm making you a blonde because you need a change. And when I saw you in that wig just looking so fine, I thought, this bitch needs to be blonde. That's exactly what I thought. Well, and it's a social experiment. I want to see how your life changes with a hair color, because we all know it can.
Okay, hold on. Let's cut. I feel like we should give this a little more structure.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
So I'm gonna make you blonde, but I'm not gonna go like crazy blonde on you because I don't want to freak you out. And also, I will color it back if you don't like it. Well, I mean, like after a couple of months, like after the experiment, you can go back brown.
Okay.
Let's put it this way. That's my contingency with you. I'll be like, alright.
Well, let's just do it. I mean, I asked around to some friends, like, what would you think if I went fully blonde? And for the most part, no one gives a shit, 'cause it's not their hair. So okay, go.
Oh wait, how was the answer to that? Because that is kind of an interesting, like, I'm not somebody who ever was like, I asked those kind of questions, like, to my friends, because since I do hair, it's like a different thing. Like, what were they saying?
Most were saying, that wig looked really good on you, but I love your hair. Like, I like you looking like you. Then I show up at that party in that fucking blonde wig, and that's where this whole experiment began, right?
Where my brain went off on this, like, you must be blonde now. And you must experience this. And plus, it just looked great. I mean, I was really shocked. I never thought that you would look so amazing as a blonde. Like, it just never even occurred to me because you're so like, I'm Courtney, I have brown hair, I don't want to be like anybody else.
That's what all brunettes are like. We are a very proud race. I was considering, like, every blonde I've ever known, I've rarely known them to, like, dye their hair. But brunettes...
You don't notice I don't dye my hair?
I mean, other than blonde.
Okay.
Like, it's like once you're blonde, you, like...
That,
you just keep it
exactly.
pure.
Once you've been blonde your whole life, you really can't go back. You can't go to brown.
Mm-hmm. We're constantly changing our hair color because there's so many of us, I guess. We want to stand out.
Please, I need to have green hair.
Somebody look at me. No one's looking at me.
Those fucking blondes.
Oh, there is that too. There is that pushback against, like, oh, what is it? Why are guys so into blondes? Why?
I don't get it, but you know, I was reading this book that was this like history of hair, and it was talking about blonde hair. But what I didn't like about it is they didn't paint any better picture, because it was like, oh yeah, only women of the night had blonde hair. Why did women of the night start making their hair blonde? I don't get that. Like, that makes no sense to me. I was like, really? Like, oh, that made me feel so much better about it. But the Romans were obsessed with having light hair too. Like, they were all obsessed with lightening their hair. But it was just because that was seen as being pure. But then why did it turn into the heartlet? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Your people are whores. There are, like, blonde rules. Like, if you put a person in who's a blonde, like a bright-head blonde, it's usually a very specific character. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
like,
true.
You don't have, like, look at, like, Cameron Diaz playing a teacher. A blonde...
Bad teacher.
Yeah,
well,
it's bad teacher.
Yeah, exactly.
The blonde is bad teacher. And then you go to another movie where it's a teacher and it's a brunette again. You know? Like,
yeah, it kind of lost its innocence, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The blonde hair. I would like to reclaim that. Maybe you're my little effort of that. Like, you're helping me reclaim that.
We're doing this for society.
That's exactly what we're doing. Basically, like gonna do the bottom part with like more of like naturally looking highlights. And well, it's all natural. I'm not using any bleach on your hair. I'm just gonna use only a high lip blonde and a other hair color. So this is all hair color that I'm using on your hair. None of it is going to be bleach, so you don't have to worry about your precious hair.
I am worried about my precious hair. I like when you Pippi Longstocking me with your clips.
Everyone says that. They're always like, thanks for the pigtails. I'm like, well, I am trying to shame you. So I don't know if we really explained your whole like stance about Musso and Frank's, like how you were like, what the fuck is going on in your guys' lives?
Oh my god, because maybe it's just because I was tired, because normally I can just take all that shit in stride, but by like the 5th time that someone stopped by, oh, you girls, and
They were kind of like French waiters.
Yeah, that's what it felt like, and that's why I suddenly exclaimed at the table, "Is this what your life is like?" And what did you guys say? Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Well, you know, I didn't even realize how crazy it would get. Like, I've obviously had my own blonde twin my whole life, and like understood how that kind of goes. And like, why are they staring at us? Oh yeah, we're twins. I didn't, adding my roommate to it, I like, it just like seriously amplified tenfold. Oh god, the stupidity that comes out of people's brains. It's like, it's ridiculous. It's like, oh hey, you and your twin, hey, do you really just thinking about incest? It's kind of disgusting. Like, look, think about it. When one of my clients said that to me, and I never even thought about it, and I was like, ew. Like the other day, Lindsay and I were walking, we walked to this, we're actually gonna walk to get a massage, and we're like wearing shorts and tank top because it's fucking hot here in LA right now. Like, it's stupid. And this guy's like, gotta love winter, staring at us. And then we were walking out of the grocery store the same day, and these like guys were like, hey, and I was like, hi, you know, just like, I'm not gonna be a complete asshole because then they just really get angry. They're like, you girls want to go have a good time in their van? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what do you think when you saw us? Like, does that ever work? I'm curious about that. Like, does that ever work? Yeah, sure. Like some 14-year-old girls.
Now hold on, you have no idea what he had in that van. I think you're being a little judgmental. I always wanted to be a Blues Brother.
Who's wanted to be Dan Aykroyd?
God, I really did. Or Belushi. I think I'd be more of a Belushi, just because of that scene when they're doing Rawhide, how pissed off Belushi looks until he grabs the whip. Like, alright, we're doing this now.
You know, what's funny is I've noticed that like all of my like people I aspire to be like are men. I was like, why is that?
Because they always have the best roles and shit.
They always seem really cool, like super cool. Like, I'm like, I love David Bowie. He's so cool.
God,
I want to be
so
like
cool.
him. It's not even normal to be uberly macho. Like, I don't know one guy that's macho.
I've met way more oversensitive men than oversensitive women.
I agree. I totally agree with that.
You don't think about it though, because most men react with like fury and anger when their sensitivity is affected. I've noticed. I don't know. I'm hungry, so my words are coming out really weird now. But
what was like a question?
I
guess that is kind of a question.
I guess when their sensitivity is triggered, I've met way more men. They're like, they explode in some sort of anger or rage.
Oh yeah.
But we wouldn't like attach that to someone being sensitive. We attach that to someone being aggressive. So I think that's why men have gone under the radar for so long for being oversensitive.
It's true, but that statement alone, you saying like, oh, that makes her. If anybody's getting angry about something you're suggesting to them, it has a truth. Like, why else would you just be getting so angry to defend yourself, like against yourself? Like, that's what I always think about. I'm like, well, why are you getting so angry about it?
See, now that I disagree with a little bit, just because I've had that flipped on me before when someone said something egregiously horrible to me, or at least they were trying to pick out something sensitive in nature from my character that was really, really way off base, but it was so highly insulting to me that I reacted really emotionally. Just got really upset. It's like, that is completely over the line. And the next thing they said was, well, clearly I've hit a nerve. I was very awkward, I think probably until I was 22. I'm still awkward, but I like to think I'm executive awkward now. I'm professionally awkward, when before I was just amateurishly awkward.
Why are you a professional now?
Because I'm still awkward as shit, but I can laugh at myself a lot better. I'm a lot less self-conscious.
About laughing at yourself?
Yeah, I'm just like, I was just weird. Screw it.
Right, that was weird. Well, who cares?
Moving on.
Nothing I can do about it now. I'm weird.
Keslavai. I started putting streaks in my hair. I did this really nice, like, deep blue streaks in my hair, and then I did a lighter blue, which actually looked more like a gray, and I got made fun of really hardcore. It's ironic. It's so ironic, because I've seen that color everywhere now. Like, everyone's doing, like, these...
I was doing that back in fucking high school!
That's exactly what I thought when I saw that shit.
Wow!
So what happened? Did you bleach it? I don't understand.
No, I just did high lift blonde, and I did a other like golden blonde in it. like lifted it. Just lifted it with those two. So you have like a ton of really blonde highlights mixed in with your natural color and the golden. You are lighter. Not platinum, but lighter. As Courtney, now kind of blonde in our horrible lighting.
This looks strange. I feel like a low-class whore.
Isn't that the most romantic song ever?
When she says I love me.
Oh yeah. You got your reason. Say you don't, but you don't. Let the wrong. Oh. I know, right? Meow, 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 meow. Oh, that feels so good.